Hi everyone. In the last video, I introduced you to the basic structure of HTML documents, which are tags. And in this video, I'm going to show you the broader structure of HTML document, and we're going to look at some more useful and specific tags. So first of all, if you look at a HTML document, HTML documents start always with this structure. At the top, it says doc type HTML. That tells the web browser that is an HTML document. And in particular, HTML means the most recent version of HTML, which currently is HTML 5.02 or something. Anyway, HTML5. HTML5 is the current version of HTML. And then inside, there's an open HTML tag and a closing HTML tag at the bottom. And then the HTML document is basically split into two sections. The first section is the head, and the head is actually information about the website itself. And then inside is the body, which is the actual, content, the text and the images, everything you can see on the website. All this, even this red cursor that's zipping around is part of the body of this presentation that I'm showing you in a web browser. Okay, so if we open Sublime Text and you switch, you've got a blank document, switch from plain text into HTML because we're working in HTML. Sublime Text has a really handy shortcut that makes, this whole structure, doc type HTML, head, body, whatever, it makes it all show up for you. All you need to do is hit HTML and hit tab, and boom, it all pops in for you. Now we're not going to worry about head just yet. Let's go right into the body and start making a document. So H1, this is the main heading for my website. So the H1 is the biggest heading. It's the heading at the top. And then maybe we were going to want to have a subheading. I don't know what my subheading is. I'm just, let's call this a subheading because I'm really boring. So this then divides into smaller and smaller headings. And these H1, H2 tags, there's H3 and so on. The smallest subheading is actually an H6. This is the smallest allowed subheading. And I've never encountered a situation where you need 6 subheadings, but you can have up to 6 if you like. And so let's see what these look like for now. So if I hit Command S on Mac or Control S on Windows, I'll save this as website2.html. Desktop is fine. And then pop open File Finder or Explorer, open it up. Boom, there we go. So this is my main heading, this is my subheading, and this is the smallest allowed subheading. That's my H6. And sure enough, view page source. There we go. This is the actual text file that the web browser is rendering as this website. So as you, we'll talk about comments in a sec. So these are some common tags. H1 is the main header, H2 is smaller header, H6 is the smallest possible header. We've also seen paragraphs already. And I want to talk about comments now. You see how this thing right here, I've labeled this for you. This UL is an unordered list. That's like bullets. And I've done that using something called a comment. So this is a comment. It doesn't do anything. So this open angle bracket, bang, dash, dash, and then ending with a dash, dash, close angle bracket, that is a comment. So in Sublime Text, if I want to say, so I want to label that this is, this part is what is shown on the site. And then I do dash dash close angle bracket. That actually doesn't do anything. So if I hit Command S, so I've saved that, and I go back to my website 2 and I refresh the page, it doesn't change it at all. But if I view the page source, you can actually see that comment right there. And so this is really handy, generally for the developer, for you yourself, to keep track of what you're doing with your code and what the various pieces are. So those are comments. And then we're going to go through and talk about these bullets. So often you want to have lists of things, and you can do that using something called an unordered list or an ordered list. And the difference between the two is if you want bullets or if you want numbers. So let's say I'm doing a shopping list. So let's label that. Let's make this not an H6. Let's make it an H3. H3 is a nice sublist. We'll call this my shopping list. And my shopping list, I guess I want an unordered list. It doesn't really matter what order I'm doing these things. So I'm going to do a UL, and I'm going to do /UL at the end because that opens and closes my unordered list. And you'll notice that I'm tabbing in so that inside my unordered list, I can do what's called a list item. So the first thing on my shopping list is milk, right? Because what's more stereotypical for a shopping list than that? And let's do bananas. Okay, and let's say we want some, I don't know, vegetables. Now, maybe I actually want to clarify which types of vegetables I want. Well, inside of my unordered list, I can actually make another unordered list, or maybe let's actually change it to what's called an ordered list. So an ordered list, let me just open and close it. So I have my ordered list open and closed. There's my tabs. An ordered list means that I'm going to want them labeled separately. So let's say my vegetables, I want a list item, right? So you notice I'm opening a list item tag. My vegetables, I want carrots, and I want, let's do some bok choy. Hope that's spelled right. And let's do celery. Okay, and let's hit save on this and see how this. Yes. So by the way, if you don't pay for Sublime Text, it bugs you occasionally to say that it tries to ask you for money. That's okay. So I hit save, go back here, and I'm going to refresh website 2. Not the source. I'm going to refresh, and boom, there we go. Milk, bananas, vegetables. And then inside my vegetables, it's ordered 1 carrots, 2 bok choy, and 3 celery. And if I want to go back, let's say I want to go back down here and I want another element down here, we can. So since I've closed my ordered list, I can go back here and add another list item, which is maybe I need bread. Okay. So let's save on this, refresh the website, and there we go. Bread is back to being a bullet. So right now I'm going to ask you to take a try at making your own first website. So there's going to be a quick assignment just for you to try to make a shopping list, just like what I did here, using your own things. I'm going to actually ask you not just to go 1, 2, but I'm actually going to ask you to go 3 lists deep. And then I'll give you the solution after.